Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to say thank you for your continued support to this channel. In case you're watching us for the very first time, or you are watching but you've not subscribed, kindly hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell, and please don't forget to like our videos and share them. There is a clique of politicians in Nyanza, those who seem to be reading parallel from the political ideologies of Raila Amolo Odinga, who have petitioned President Ruto to give Migunamiguna a job. They are saying that they want to rally and build their political world around Migunamiguna in Nyanza. They are part of the team who feel that they want to inherit the constituency that has been around Raila for some times. And they are telling Ruto to find a place for Miguna. I don't know how possible that is, but that is what they are saying. Now, credible sources indicate that Mr. Ruto is not keen on giving Miguna a job around Miguna, and that he will not give Miguna a job any soon. And when I got this, I was just wondering, because it is President Ruto who decided to remove the red alert. I was wondering why Mr. Ruto does not want to give Miguna a job, yet is the one who lifted the red alert that had been placed on Miguna for over 5 years by the former president Uhuru Kenyatta. And he allowed Miguna to come into his home country, a very euphoric entry, and in fact it was choreographed to coincide with I think that was Mashujaa Day. Why is he not keen in giving Miguna something to do? Because ever since Miguna came, I've seen he went back to his homeland in Nyando, and then he went to one of the churches. He said he wanted to liberate Luos, both economic and political liberation, he says. But the reception at home was not a cordial one. In fact, before he landed in Nyando, the Nyando people, because Nyando is in Kisumu County, they gave a warning and they told Miguna, come slowly. And I think President Ruto has looked at the background of Miguna, especially when he worked at the office of the Prime Minister. He was a close confidant of Raila Amolo Odinga. And I want to believe that as a political advisor to a politician or a public officer, there are secrets that you share. But Miguna has come out as someone who cannot keep secrets. Especially when you fall out and you start reading from different pages, Miguna will come out and start spilling the beans, giving up the secrets of your office. You know, in politics, today people are friends, the following day they are political nemesis. Even with President Ruto, at some point they worked together with Raila Odinga. Today they don't see eye to eye. They are reading from different pages. But even the worst I have seen between Raila and Ruto is just some light name calling. Because I've heard Raila calling Ruto a rap mashamba, and he calls Raila mganga. That is on a light note if you ask me. But if you look at how Miguna has decided to handle their political breakup with Raila Odinga, at some point he has gone to the extent of attacking the family of Raila, including his children. And I think this is something that has made him he looks very suspicious, and William looks at him as a person who can do the same if you bring him close. Because as the president, there are a lot of secrets that you keep. If you look at the appointments that William Ruto did, especially in State House, even Nanok, who many people thought would be given prominence, is playing second fiddle to someone else. And I think it is because Nanok had been a close associate with Raila, then later he abandoned him. And Ruto is looking at it very keenly, and he is asking himself, if he did this to Raila, what about me? And I think this is one of the reasons why Ruto is looking at Miguna very suspiciously. He does not know how to keep secrets. and he attacks you with a lot of propaganda, unsubstantiated propaganda about your office, about your family, he goes on and attacks your personal character and personal life. And I think in politics, President Ruto knows very well. President Ruto is a seasoned politician, and he knows very well that they could be with Miguna today and tomorrow they will separate, and this is something that he fears. Now, Miguna is a very combative politician. He has maintained severally that in 2017, Raila Odinga won the elections. That is something that he says, even as he goes on to attack Raila. In fact, look at his tweets. He keeps on calling Raila a coward. A coward in the sense that he felt that Raila should have gone full throttle to take the presidency. In fact, Miguna wanted, he has always indicated that after the swearing in, after the people's president, that he wanted to lead the masses to State House. And he did not care what was going to happen. And with this, he says that Raila failed. Miguna believes in kind of using thorax. When the previous government deported him to Canada, he almost fought with the security officers. In fact, when the court gave orders that he deposit his passport so that he could be allowed to stay in Kenya, he refused. He argues that by depositing his passport, he was going to be rendered an inert citizen. He says that he was not going to play politics. He could not practice law in Kenya because he says he's a barrister. So he refused, and even today maintains that those were atrocities against his life. So his kind of politics, being very combative, is something that William Ruto would not want to stay closer to, especially now with the government that has just started. You see, William Ruto has just inherited. He's trying to put his house in order, and he would not want to bring people like Miguna, because Miguna will even keep some of your friends away. It's being said that while in the office of the president, Miguna compelled people. If you want to see the prime minister, he wants to know why. You have to explain to him. And you see, some of these people would want to see the prime minister or the president with a secret that they would not want anybody to know. Miguna is a person who can engineer internal rebellion. You know, Miguna harbors political ambitions. You know, Miguna is one person who can engineer internal rebellion, because his kind of politics is geared towards attacking personalities, and he will be telling people just how bad you are, and he can rally a few people behind him so that they rebel against you. I said William Ruto's government is still young, and it's facing teething problems here and there. So when you bring Miguna, he will be attacking your friends, people who want to see you, and he will be pinpointing some of the things that he doesn't agree with and casting aspersions here and there. And this is something that William Ruto does not want. Both William Ruto, the president, and Miguna are eyeing the Nyanza constituency. If you look at what Ruto is doing, President Ruto is doing, he's keen on trying to inherit the Nyanza constituency. That is why he appointed Eliud Owalo in the ICT docket. That is why people like David Ochieng, that's why he talked to people like David Ochieng to come and join him. Because in the next 5 years, ladies and gentlemen, I want to put it to you. In fact, credible sources say that President Ruto is keen on trying to lure the Luo Nyanza with goodies. He's trying to put his house in order. And in the next 5 years, you are going to see him completing the projects that were not completed by the previous government. All the roads, the infrastructure, the port in Kisumu. Sources say that he's keen in completing them so that he can lure, is going to dangle carrots in terms of development to the Luo nation so that they can come on his side. Miguna also believes that he can wrestle this constituency away from Raila Odinga. And that is why he keeps on saying that he wants to liberate Luos economically and politically. So for the two who are fighting for the same constituency to come together, I can assure you, it is not going to be very easy. And that is the reason why, since Miguna jetted into the country, you've not seen anything tangible given to him. The best I've seen is the best I've seen from him is a meeting with Mudama in their Gigiri offices. But a lot has been just tweeting and insulting and painting Raila Odinga in bad faith. Let me pause and ask you, ladies and gentlemen, do you think Miguna deserves a place in the Kenya Kwanza government? Do you think he will add value to the government? Because when you give someone a job, you must look at what value he's going to add. Do you think, because Miguna is a strong man, he's very combative, like I said, when he focuses on one thing, he's never flexible. He's so rigid that he wants to achieve whatever he wants without looking back. The other thing that I feel could make President Ruto not to allow Miguna next to him is the fear of controversy between Miguna and the people who are closer to the president himself. If you bring Miguna next to the president, there will be the other thing that makes the president suspicious of Miguna. He knows very well if Miguna comes close, then the other team, the members, people like Itumbi, will not welcome Miguna. Miguna loves tweeting a lot. The same role that is playing is the very role that Itumbi is playing. Itumbi heads, do I say, the propaganda department. And propaganda, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, is a very key department in any regime. It is propaganda and public relations, where things that are happening are placed in certain ways that can be consumed by wananchi. So if you bring Miguna closer to the president, Itumbi is doing the propaganda and Miguna is doing propaganda. I'm telling you, these two personalities will soon clash, and before you know it, you are going to have two classes in your government. Miguna with this team on one side, Itumbi with the team on one side, and you never rule out the possibility that blood is thicker than water. Miguna can be entrenched in Ruto's government and yet start leaking secrets even to Raila, because you never know. I remember sometimes back when after the 2017 elections, Miguna took issue with the police harassing and killing people in Kisumu. So deeply rooted in his heart is his love for the Luo nation, so much that if anything would happen to them, Miguna will sacrifice his life for them. And this is why, if you give him a chance in the Ruto government, and maybe the police under Ruto administration start beating maybe people in Kisumu, in Homa Bay, Miguna will rebel. And on that note, Miguna will even share some secrets, even with his closest nemesis, if it means saving his brothers from the Luo nation. And so, ladies and gentlemen, these are the reasons why I believe that William Ruto, the president, these are the reasons why I believe that President Ruto is not keen in giving Miguna any job. As always, these are just my thoughts. I don't know whether I've left. What do you think? Do you think there are other reasons that I've left out? Please share with me in the comment section. And if you believe that Miguna should be given a job, if you believe that he has the wherewithal to wrestle the Nyanza constituency from Raila, if you believe he can liberate Luos economically and politically, please share with me. I really yearn to know what you think of Miguna and his intent with this.